few months ago, I was sent some free wet-dry vacuums from some smaller brands. Honestly, they worked really well and I didn't have any complaints. But then I kept seeing all this buzz about the Roborock F25 GT and I started wondering, is it actually better or just more expensive? So I bought one myself to find out. Here's what I learned. First off, it didn't turn out to be more expensive. The Roborock F25 is actually priced very competitively for a wet-dry vacuum, and I think you get quite a bit more for your money. Most wet-dry vacuums, even from smaller brands, actually do a solid job of cleaning everyday messes. They handle wet spills, crumbs, dust, and pet hair. You can usually skip sweeping altogether, and they leave your floor clean and shiny without streaks. But where they tend to fall short is in the details. Let me start with self-cleaning. Most wet-dry vacuums advertise self-cleaning, and they do rinse the roller mop, but none that I'd tried previously got it completely clean. I'd have to pull it out and rinse it by hand every few cleans and wipe out the bottom section of the vacuum daily. They were designed with a lot of little crevices by the mop, so cleaning the whole mop compartment just wasn't that easy. The Roborock F25 GT, though, really stands out here. Its self-cleaning system actually washes the roller and the entire mop compartment. After the self-wash, it is clean. No grime stuck in the crevices because there are no crevices. This has a super simple, functional design with the clean water basin right over the mop and no other parts around to get dirty. That alone makes me a big fan. But when I factor in that most other wet-dry vacuums also don't do a stellar job of drying, the Roborock looks even better. A wet mop equals a stinky, mildewy mop if you go more than a day between cleans. So I often had to remove and rinse the mops and let them air dry on the counter. These vacuums were still good machines that worked and saved me some time, but the time that went into cleaning them was pretty annoying. The Roborock F25 GT, though, really stands out here. Its self-cleaning actually washes and completely dries the roller. That means when I finish a clean, I can just dump and rinse the dirty water tank and that's it. No wiping, no hand scrubbing, no lingering smell, and no air drying mop on my counter. It's honestly the first one I've used where I didn't feel like I always had to clean the vacuum after cleaning my floors. Next, the flexibility. Most wet-dry vacuums can't reach under furniture. The Roborock, though, lies completely flat, 180 degrees, which lets me glide under the sofa, dining chairs, and coffee table without moving anything. It sounds like a small thing, but it makes it so much easier to clean thoroughly. And suction power? It's rated at 20,000 PAs. That's a lot of suction. And while numbers don't always tell the whole story, I can attest that it definitely pulls up more dirt and mess in fewer passes than the smaller brands I tried. Another difference I noticed is the build quality and balance. The smaller brand models were usually a little heavier and the rollers sometimes left light streaks when drying. They also had controls that weren't always intuitive. The Roborock feels more balanced in the hand and its wheels rotate more smoothly, and it couldn't be easier to operate. You can tell its design was more thought through. The Roborock also includes a huge dirty water tank, which means you can do a lot of cleaning without needing to empty the tank. Now, I will say, the one thing that all wet-dry mops don't clean perfectly is badly dried on food. And even the Roborock won't scrape it off on its own. You'll still want to loosen anything that's really stuck before you mop. But for everyday messes and even big disasters, it's the easiest, cleanest experience I've had. So yeah, those small brand wet-dry vacuums still clean up nicely. But if you want something that truly cleans itself, cutting way down on maintenance time, the Roborock F25 GT actually does live up to the hype. There's a link in the description if you want to check it out. I earn a small commission at no cost to you if you use my links. Thanks for the support. Like and subscribe for more honest product reviews.